Shankea hasn't made a fresh application since her refusal. She's decided to update her father Richard on the situation.
I try not to tell my dad everything because most of my teenage life he was ill. He's prone to strokes. So I try to keep some things from him, but there are things that I can't because it's really important. Hello, Daddy. How are you?
Not too bad.
I've gotten some bad news. They said that I do not have enough family ties to stay in the UK. And they said that your illness is not an issue because you're a citizen and you can get help from the NHS. So me being here won't affect you. And God forbid if something happened to you, I'm not able to come in the country. I'm not able to, to be there. Sorry.
Even when you tell me about these problems, I know it's bad, but I have to try to stay calm. If I don't stay calm, I might not be here tomorrow. You have a stroke. And then another one. And another one. You understand?
That damaged you. So you started to get...
That depressed me. I put it to myself.
It's sad because they're telling me that if I'm not in the UK and you're ill, I can be there for you via modern technology. Because if you're ill, I could never go to Kingston to the embassy and get a visa to come back.
But you're joking, man. When I had the last choice, I was like this in the hospital.
I know.
Could I Skype in with my head like this? I was some chewed down my nose and down my throat. They don't know the talk.
Calm down.
What happened when she came over here? Why wasn't she given status then?
I applied. Only after months, the solicitor told me she had been refused. Because I thought the passport was still in the Home Office. She left Jamaica from she was 12. 12. Who does she know back there? She's almost 30 years of age now. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Given her illegal status, Shankea can be detained at any moment.
I found this on Twitter and it says UK Home Office plan to deport a woman to Jamaica in the next 5 days.
Could you be on that flight?
God forbid not. I surely won't be packing their bags. Because Brittany's my home. I've never felt such fear in my whole entire life. I have to sign up with the Home Office once a month because I don't have a legal ground to stand on, and God forbid Border Force could be waiting for me and put me in a detention centre.
It takes very little on the part of an official at the Home Office to deny somebody their liberty. Somebody just has to tick a box and enforcement officials will knock down your door and take you into detention.
The hostile environment is difficult for the authorities in a way. On the one hand, the public are very supportive of a pretty draconian approach to our immigration system, and they realise that illegal immigration is a very corrosive thing. On the other hand, they have a kind of natural sympathy for people who've been here for several years already, and they are essentially kind of integrated into British life, and you get a lot of support for people in those situations.
Does it double up as an art studio then?
It is, yeah. I'm always doing some type of art. It takes my mind off the things that are going on.
Nancy and her family are still waiting to hear back from the Home Office about their applications.
We can't get on with our lives like everybody else. I was a freelance makeup artist. The company that I work for, we all started together. And after a few years, they started getting jobs overseas and stuff. I couldn't go with them. I always used to have to make an excuse as to why I wasn't able to go. I turned down jobs in South Africa, Spain, even America. And I got into makeup so that I can travel the world and just be a makeup artist for the stars, really. And having had the opportunity given to me, but I couldn't take it, that's like the worst I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah.
Deja and Nita were only teenagers when they had their right to council housing removed, and the family was placed in temporary accommodation.
So, this is it. Where we lived for a year. Yeah, so we kind of had like one room to share, me and my sister and my mum. It was really uncomfortable because me and Deja had to share a single bed. It was kind of like a shock. It was just like, oh, okay, that's what they want to do with us.
What were the living conditions like?
Horrible. Disgusting. And the fridge was broken, so everything would just go off. Really bad. And the floor was dirty, so we kind of wanted to stay away from the floor. Shoes when we was inside. Unless we was on the bed, we would have to wear shoes everywhere. Every single morning, we have to wake up so early to get to school. Every day, 4 hours travelling. Yeah.
I would like to say that everything could be all right, but the feeling that I have, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit scared.
I do worry about her. It feels like she's holding it together like by herself. Sometimes she doesn't even have to tell me. I kind of know like she's heard some news that's not very good. In these kind of situations, you can't act like a child. Like, it's not going to get you anywhere. And so just worrying her about little things that we worry about, it's only going to wear her down even more. She has enough on her plate.
When I was 14, 15, 16, I would kind of keep what I was going through to myself because I didn't really want sympathy. I wanted to just look like any normal student, any normal friend, you know. But now I've kind of like, I'm more open because this is like my reality and this is who I am. And I know it's not my fault, so like, why do I have to hide it? We didn't do anything to cause this situation, but it's so drastically affecting our lives.
A fundamental principle of our justice system is that you are innocent until proven guilty. If we were going to build a better and fairer immigration system, the starting point has to be that we accept the role of evidence. Right now, we have several 100,000 people being processed every year, and even then we see a massive number of people whose lives are turned upside down by errors in decision-making, by a complete lack of willingness to look at an individual's file before a decision is rendered.
Anybody who has a battle with the state, it's a David and Goliath battle. People are entitled to be treated with respect and dignity, and Nancy hasn't.
Stephen's continuing his research into Nancy's case, searching for any legal evidence from the time when she arrived in Britain.
The government publishes papers called Statements of Changes to the Immigration Laws, and this library holds original copies. You have to go back to original paper texts, and that's a dusty and dirty job in some very old books. Right. So it was an amendment to those provisions. What's that one? That's 293. These rules are all expressed as revisions piled one on top of another. So you have to sometimes go back maybe half a decade before the date you're looking at in order to work out the law that prevailed. Thank you. The one that is of particular interest to me is the one that explains the settlement status of Commonwealth children. And the reference here is page 13, which says, if a child who otherwise qualifies for admission under paragraphs 64 and 65 is seeking to enter with or join a parent who is a British citizen or has the right of abode, though he is not a British citizen, he should be given indefinite leave to enter under paragraph 65. That's the status that Nancy was given in 1988. and those are the rules that prevailed.
With this evidence, Stephen can now challenge the Home Office's previous decisions.
It would not be beyond the resources of the government to put all of this material freely available online, and then perhaps they wouldn't make quite so many foolish errors.
Nancy's situation is not unique. The number of cases challenged successfully has recently risen dramatically. In central London, Kingsley is still appealing the rejection of his asylum claim. Today, he's trying to strengthen that claim by joining a protest against the Cameroon government.
Kingsley, what is happening here today?
We have once again come out to demonstrate to the world, to tell them what is happening in southern British Cameroon. And let us hail the land of glory. You see, gradually the crowd is picking up. Hail! Hail! The political situation is getting worse and worse every second. And it's because the French-speaking military has been killing civilians of the English-speaking part of that country.
Kingsley's joined a movement that's campaigning to create an English-speaking country separate from French-speaking Cameroon. It's something the Cameroon government opposes.
In 2016, while we were demonstrating in front of the Cameroon embassy, they had some staff who are working in the embassy there. They came and they were taking pictures. And those pictures, they feed the government back home with those pictures. And they use those pictures now to track those who are demonstrating. Hey, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes... I was declared wanted in the country. They issued an arrest warrant on my name. When the police came looking for me, and they didn't find me, they arrested my brother. My brother was locked up in the police cell. My brother has never been an activist. He has never been into politics. People who are being raped, killed, maimed and tortured in the southern Cameroons by the French-led government of La République du Cameroon.
The thing about this law is it's like being through the looking glass. Anything that's bad is good. Anything that's good is bad. If someone says, I'm claiming asylum, I've been tortured, that's bad, but that's good for an asylum claim, which sounds awful, doesn't it?
Is Kingsley going to be at risk in Cameroon because he's done political demonstrations in the UK?
Yes.
The situation with the Anglophones in Cameroon has actually got worse or more active or more dangerous or more violent since he's been here.
The problem is, Kingsley's already had an asylum claim that he's in danger on the grounds of his protesting turned down.
My asylum claim was rejected because they were questioning the validity of my activism, that I'm using it as an escape route because I failed to acquire stay through the marriage.
Kingsley could have put himself at risk in order to get asylum in a totally cynical way. However, that actually makes no difference to what will happen to him when he's returned to Cameroon. It doesn't really matter whether Kingsley's been opportunistic. The point is, what reception will he get for what he's done?
Mike's strategy for appealing Kingsley's claim has been to employ an expert to assess whether the Cameroonian authorities are actually spying on the protesters.
Some people here who shouldn't be here, and our guys have spotted them out, and we are doing everything possible to send them away. You can see the promotion.
Who are they?
They are agents from sent by the government.
Kingsley provided a photograph of him with two activists, and we sent that to the expert, and she came back and said, these are well-known people. They're thought to be terrorists in Cameroon. He will be at risk because of his association with them. And that's enough.
because we are fighting for our freedom. Rising to fall no more.
I believe he's at risk. Is he deserving of protection? I think he is.
Rising to fall no